I want to welcome everyone. My name is John Tate, President of Campaign for Liberty. Wow, thank you. Wow, no booze this time. I like the South. I just want to welcome everyone tonight. I know you don't want to hear from me. There's some other people here tonight you want to hear from, but I just want to welcome everyone here tonight for the kickoff of our Campaign for Liberty Regional Conference in Atlanta. This is the first of 4 regional conferences we'll do this year. The next one will be in May in a state in the Midwest called Iowa. And the next one after that will be in a little state up north called New Hampshire. But anyway, I want to thank everyone for coming. I have a couple of special thank yous. First of all, I want to thank my sister and my brother-in-law who are with us tonight. They came to see me get up here and say a few words and came to become part of the Ron Paul Revolution. Suzanne and Dan Bearden sitting right up front. I want to thank our state coordinators who are here. And if you're here, some of you I noticed, some of you I'm not sure where you are. From South Carolina, Telbert Black, are you here? Oh, there you are. These lights are killer. Marcelo Munoz from Alabama. I know you're here. Mark Cross from Florida. From North Carolina, Pat Armstrong. And from Tennessee, Justin McCord. And of course, I want to give a special thanks to Georgia State Coordinator Ike Hall. And at least some of the members of his team that helped make this possible: Trey Larimore, Kathy Harper, Nathan Adams, Mary Lou Van Houten. Oh, wow, that was a big applause. Sean Marjorie, and I guess my cousin Kathy Tate. In addition, I would be remiss if I didn't give a very special thanks to the donors and organizations and sponsors who help make these possible. You can visit some of the booths out there. Midas Resources, RightMarch.com, Independent Institute, and Gun Owners of America. And then some of the individuals: Paul and Tammy Baskus, Pamela Sue, Gary Fellers, Kyle Townsend, and Randy and Paula DeBrule. I want to thank all of you for making this possible. There's an old saying in politics and maybe in life: you can't save the world if you can't pay the rent. And those are some of the folks that help make everything we do possible. So thank you, and thank everyone who contributes to Campaign for Liberty. Just real briefly, I want to let everyone know a little bit about what's going on at Campaign for Liberty. We're starting a very important year. 2010 elections are upon us. We live in a world of great danger, but with danger, I don't know if everyone knows, the Chinese symbols for danger are 2 symbols. One is crisis, one is opportunity. Yes, we face a great crisis, but we face a great opportunity. The American people have had it. They are fed up. It is time to make real change in this country. I'm proud to say in just over a year, Campaign for Liberty has gone from an idea to over 250,000 members nationwide. We're recruiting at a pace of 5,000 to 10,000 per week. We are on the march. Just a couple things I wanted to point out that sort of have something to do with Campaign for Liberty, at least a little bit. In Texas, gubernatorial candidate Deb Medina, they had their first debate this week. Some of you may have seen it. CBS News called it a sweeping victory for Deborah Medina. In Virginia, we have a House of Delegate member up there named Bob Marshall, who has introduced a group, about 4 or 5 pieces of legislation that he likes to call the Campaign for Liberty Agenda. I met with him last November, shortly before his re-election, and he said, John, whatever you want to introduce, get it to me. I will introduce it for you. A far cry from some of the reception we received in those circles during the presidential campaign. And a bit, I guess it's good news, the Speaker of the House in Virginia, who has never signed on to a Bob Marshall bill in his career, called Bob Marshall today and said he wanted to sign on to his 10th Amendment resolution on health care. And Mark, I have to mention Florida. Florida, who has seen some of the greatest growth in Campaign for Liberty. But something happened this past week that I found very interesting, and I want to thank Senate candidate Charlie Crist down there for giving us so much publicity. Charlie Crist is running against a guy, Mr. Rubio, and Charlie Crist, they had a straw poll in Charlie Crist's home county, Pinellas County, I believe. Is that right? Charlie Crist's home county, GOP, and he lost 2-1. And after it was over, Charlie Crist walked out and said, it's all those damn Ron Paul people taking over the county. And I could give you probably hundreds of other examples, but we are making an impact. We are making a difference. But it's not me. It's not the organization. It's you. It's the individuals out there in the country pounding the pavement, handing out the brochures, making the phone calls, and turning the heat up on the politicians. That's what we're about. That's what we're going to do this year. And again, I just want to welcome you all to this conference. And I think now I'm to introduce Matt Halls, who is going to be the MC for tonight and hopefully move things along. And maybe we can get back on schedule. Thank you all for coming.